A customer came back into our restaurant right after leaving and said, "I need you to void the tip I gave you 2 minutes ago." I smiled and chuckled, thought he was joking, but he was staring at me with these dead serious eyes. His jaw clenched as he got in my face. I thought about just 60 minutes ago, how this very man walked in with a beautiful date and spent the evening being the nicest customer we'd ever had. He pulled out her chair, asked for my name and used it every time. He complimented the service and ordered the most expensive wine without glancing at the price. Every time I refilled their water, he thanked me like I'd cured cancer, and she was falling for it. She laughed at everything he said, kept touching his arm. Then when the check came, he made a huge show of pulling out his black card. "We're paying together," he announced. He looked at the total, $409. Then he stood up and wrote in a $250 tip. He made sure she saw, turned the receipt toward her while signing and said, "Service this good deserves to be rewarded." She looked at me and smiled. "That's so generous." He shrugged like it was nothing. I believe in taking care of people who take care of me. He helped her into her coat, held the door for her. I watched them walk out thinking I'd just had the best table of my career. Now, 5 minutes later, he was back, alone. He told his date to wait in the car while he used the restroom. In reality, he was standing in front of me asking for his tip back. "I need you to void it," he repeated himself. "I'm sorry? The tip, void it. I don't want it on my card." I stared at him. "Sir, you left $250. "I know what I left," he snapped. "I was playing it up for my date." He said it like I was stupid. "Now void it." I can't just void it. It's already been processed." "Then process it again." He stepped even closer. "Let me make something very clear. I'm not paying $250 for you to walk around and fetch drinks when I snap my fingers." I didn't say anything. "You carried plates, poured some wine. You think that's worth $250? Sir, you wrote the amount yourself." "Because she was watching." He laughed. "You think I actually tip like that? I don't tip my dog when it brings me the newspaper." "Why would I tip you?" My face went hot. "That's very rude." "It's the truth. Now void it or I'm disputing the entire charge with my bank. You'll get nothing and your manager will get a phone call and you'll be out of a job." I stood there. Company policy was clear. If a customer disputes, we lose the whole charge. My manager would be furious. "I need an answer," he said. "I have a woman waiting in the car who thinks I'm in the bathroom." I wanted to say no, tell him exactly what I thought of him, but I couldn't afford to lose this job. "Fine, smart girl." He watched me adjust the receipt. "Zero tip." He signed it with a smirk. "Have a good night." He walked toward the door. I stood there shaking. This poor girl had been conned. She thought she'd met the Pope when really it was just a master manipulator. I started walking to the bathroom to wash my hands when something clicked. He was parked on the street, right outside. She was still in the car. I could still reach them. I pulled off my apron and ran out the front door. He was about to open his car door when I called out, "Sir!" He turned around. His smile vanishes. "We've amended your tip from $250 down to 0 as you requested." I yelled and kept coming over, ensuring his date could hear. "But I need you to fill out an additional form for our records. Company policy." His face changed to one of anger and embarrassment. "What?" he asked, edge to his voice. "Your tip adjustment from $250 down to 0, just like you requested 1 minute ago. I just need your signature on one more form." I said it loud, clear. His date was sitting in the passenger seat with the window cracked. I know she heard me. I could see it in her face, the pieces clicking. The man walked toward me fast. "What are you doing?" He was whisper yelling. "Just following up on your request, sir. You wanted the tip voided. I'm confirming the change." I was practically yelling, "Lower your voice," but I didn't. I talked even louder. "I'm just doing my job, sir. You told me inside that you don't tip people who fetch drinks like dogs when you snap your fingers. Is that still correct?" His date opened the car door. "What's going on?" He spun around. "Nothing. She's confused." I stepped closer. "I'm not confused, sir. You left the $250 tip while your date was watching, then came back inside and told me to void it. You said you were only playing it up for your date." I pulled out a notepad. "I'm only asking so I can write down the reason for the voided charge on the final bill." She stared at him. He didn't say anything, just clenched his fists and turned redder and redder. His knees were buckling. He was so embarrassed, but I kept going. "So should I write playing it up for date, or would you prefer different wording?" His date didn't even say anything, just walked around to the sidewalk and started walking down the street, away from him. He called after her. She didn't turn around. That's when I heard someone behind us, a kid pointing at the man. I heard everything. "Man, you are one special breed of dumbass."